Good morning. Good Wednesday morning to you. Almost to the end of January here. January 26th. Man, moving fast. Man, I was a little bummed out yesterday. We had one of the riders I work with a lot, Visker, got injured when we was at the track yesterday, broke his arm. Really sucks when this stuff happens. I've been doing this for many years, and it doesn't get any easier when you're dealing with injuries, and we know that's a part of what we do. It's we're very aware of that, but at the same time, it still sucks the same no matter when it happens. It still bums you out. But one of the interesting things is I always reflect. Anytime this happens, there's always a reflection period. What could we have done different, or what, you always analyze what took place. And with me, I'm always videoing, so we almost always have it on video, so you can really get to analyze them. But one of the things that as I was reflecting yesterday, I went and picked Connor up yesterday from the hospital. He's coming back, and there's always this conversation, of what the people at the hospital said, and because I've been down this road many times. I've broke several bones. I've broke my back twice. But when you're in the hospital, the people that work there just don't, a lot of times just don't get it. They're like, why would you go ride a dirt bike flying through the air knowing that you could get hurt? I bet you learned your lesson now. I've had that conversation so many times with so many different people at the hospital. But unless you're involved in the sport, you don't understand, or unless you're a family member, you don't understand, you know, why people do this. It's hard for other people to wrap their mind around it. And unless you're involved in something you love to do, a lot of times you do scratch your head and go, why would someone do that? But they don't look at the things that they love in life and do, and know that there's a risk with everything that we do. But as I was reflecting yesterday, I thought there was an important lesson I want to share with you guys this morning, because it's had a tremendous impact on my life. And like I said, I've been through many injuries myself, and I can tell you firsthand right now that the broken backs that I went through have had a positive impact on my life. They haven't been a failure. They haven't been something that's caused my life to go in the wrong direction. It's actually the total opposite. It's actually been a benefit. It's actually caused great success in my life, and I'll tell you why. Because most people on a daily basis, and I've been in this spot, and that's why I'm saying racing has created this effect on me, that if you're a racer, you get injured, you go back to the track, you can't be worried about when's it going to happen again, or when you can't put focus on that. As a racer, you go to the track, you're working on progress, you're working on moving forward, you're staying sharp, but you're focused on something that's going to benefit you. And that's what injuries have done for me. They've caused me to realize that a lot of times in my life I put too much worry and too much stress on things that I can't control, and it's not creating positive effect in my life. I'm putting a significant amount of time into worry and stressing about things that I literally don't have control over. And many years ago I was like, man, what if I had the same mentality that I have towards racing, where I'm not going to, yeah, thoughts are going to come up. Is today going to be the day that I may get hurt? I'm not going to lie to you. Those thoughts come up. But as a racer, you are aware of that thought, and you shift your focus. You flush that thought, and you get focused back on the task at hand, which is moving forward and progressing. Well, because of my injuries and the things that I've been through, it's had an effect on my life, on how I view the things that I worry and stress about on a daily basis. And yes, I'm just like anybody else. I do worry, I do stress, but like when I start to get in that mode, it's like a red light's going off, and I shift my focus. I'm like, spending time and energy and effort on that is not going to make the situation better. It's not going to create a positive. It's just going to suck time out of my day that I could have focused on doing something effective. And I'm telling you, the last 10 years, that's probably had more of an effect on my life than any other thing. Is just, when I start to worry and stress about things I can't control, I'm aware of it and I shift. I start to focus on, hey, how can I spend this time that I'm getting ready to spend on something that's not effective? Well, how can I use this time in a productive way? How can I use it to move me forward? And it's crazy the effect that that's had. So, man, if you guys would keep Connor in your prayers that he has a speedy and full recovery. And man, we was in the emergency room yesterday, and there's a lot of people in there that's hurt every day, and it's not on a dirt bike. But keep those people in your prayers too. I think unless you are injured or have to go to the hospital for some reason, you don't realize how many people in the world are going through some type of setback or injury or whatever it may be, every day. So, keep those people in your prayers, because I think we forget, we get so involved in our own lives, we forget that a lot of people are going through a lot of stuff every day, in the world we live today. So, man, I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. And if you've had a setback, shift your focus. There's some things we can't control in life, but what we can control is what we focus on. You guys have a great Wednesday. I'll see you in the morning.